What's up, you damn gorgeous, beautiful gamers? Welcome back to role-playing games. This is Mariel Hana in the internet, where we like to discuss about RPGs. If you like the content, if you like to have these conversations with Mariel James, I would very much like to invite you to hit that like button because it really helps me like you have no idea. And also, most of the people that watches my content are in fact not subscribed. So what are you waiting for? There's nice people in here. We like to hang around and discuss about how to violently and brutally murder people in these Souls games. But anyways, onto the deal. As you were able to see, this is a very powerful build. Very strong build. You can dish disgusting amounts of damage in just a couple of hits. Now, if one status ailment, which is bleed, is already broken enough, then how powerful could it be that if we could be placing or triggering into the enemies two status ailments? Frost and bleed. Yep, and it is very damn broken. Now, it was very tricky, I guess, I should like to say, to make this build happen, but at the end of the day we were able to do so. So, I'll have timestamps in the video in case you want to jump to a specific section of it, but trust me, you're interested in every single little detail that we have. That being said, let's move over to stats first. Now there seems to be a consensus where 150 is a new meta. This build is focused both for PvE and PvP. I am a PvP player, so most of the builds that I make here in the channel from now on are going to be mainly based out of PvP. But this is strongly powerful on PvE as well. But since the consensus is 150 for the PvP meta, then we might as well. Do bear in mind that if you so decide to go to 165 or 150, the level range is still going to allow you to enter PvP. So you could get away with placing some more points, but it would be a little bit tricky from your side, so that being said, let's move on to attribute points. We have 55 points into bigger. That's going to be increased by our talisman, Radagon Soul Seal, but these are the bare bones stats that I have in the character. Now, self-cap for health or bigger, it's in 60. When you level up 50 to 60, you're going to get 200 health points in return. When you level up 60 to 70, you get 50. 70 to 80, another 50. 80 to 90, another 50. So you could very well get another 200 points if you invest 40 points more in them. Not efficient, really, so that is why we are not doing such thing. Now moving on, we have Mind, Endurance. These are just evenly balanced enough so that, as you can see, I already have my Dexterity at max level. I already have my Dexterity on 80 thanks to Radagon Soul Seal. I have it on 75 with the extra 5 points from Radagon Soul Seal. We have it on 80, which is the soft cap for damaging stats. Also, it is very important that we use Faith and Arcane on 12 and 10, each one of them, because we're going to be using this little bad boy that you see me having right here. We'll talk about that later on. Onto the equipment. We're going to be using dual katanas. We're going to be power stancing katanas. I have Uchi katanas. Now this one is Keen. Keen increases my dexterity scaling up to A. And my dexterity scaling up to A is going to give me in return 600 damage. You will see right there that it seems to be 583. But that's not the case, because I have my Radagon Soul Seal. I just don't have it equipped yet, because I was showcasing you guys the stats. But in here, you want to have Radagon Soul Seal. Let me see if I can find it first, because I am dumb and I don't remember. There it is. There it is. Now, we have 600 damage. On the offhand, we're going to have a Cold Uchi Katana. Now granted, Cold gives us intelligence scaling. We don't have intelligence in this build, which you might say that we're not leveraging that C scaling that we have on intelligence, but we're also not leveraging the C scaling that we have in strength. And still we have a nice B on scaling on dexterity. 191 points physical from physical. It's just gorgeous. It's beautiful. Granted, it's not that, oh god, 342, but it's still nice enough. Now, here comes the tricky part. You're going to want to have Hoarstomp onto the main katana. But also, you're going to keep it on keen, because that's where we're going to be leveraging our physical damage. Hoarstomp, you will get it from here. Invisible block in this place. Now, on the offhand katana, you will see that we will have both frost build-up 104, because this is a cold katana, and still remains with his blood loss build-up on 38. So we are compensating that frost build-up as well as the blood loss build-up. To bear in mind that when we fight, we use this thing. That's going to start. This is going to start the I don't know why it's not like proccing, but yeah, this is going to start to build up that frost effect. And then this thing that we have right here is going to keep stacking it. So the status ailment is always going to be stacking in that. But we also have that faith in arcane to be able to use this. Now granted, I know that seppuku would be a better idea, would be a better choice, but with seppuku we would not be able to have Hoarstomp. And if you place seppuku onto this katana, you will not be able to place cold on this katana. So that is why it was so tricky to nail this build, because there were so many things that I wanted to make. But this is the most efficiency that you're going to get. And well, since we are playing PvP and we already have like the points, then might as well use Flame Cleanse Me. This is nice for PvE as well, because poison is rather annoying sometimes, so it's nice to have this thing. On my armor, I don't have anything particular. It's just the stuff that I like to use. My armor, this is how I like to look. This is just, yeah, it's nice fashion. You can use whatever you want to use in here. We have more than enough endurance. I don't actually have that much of endurance, because 25 is more than enough to be able to wear the armor that you want to wear and to be managing properly your stamina. I just have so much stamina on endurance because I mean, this new meta level, it allowed me to place more points into mind and endurance, so might as well. We don't actually need that much mind either, because you can see that this is not high consuming on your FP, so you can use whatever you want to use in here. Earth Tree's Favor. It increases our health and stamina, which is always nice. Stranded Graveyard. That's where you're going to get it. You need a Stone Sword Key. Radagon Sword Seal. Now you can swap this if you so decide to. I mean, I guess that the attributes that it gives you compensates for the extra percentage of damage taken, but the harder hitting enemies, they are going to hit like a damn truck, because remember, that's percentage. If they hit you for, let's say, 1200 points of damage, convert that to percentage, and that's quite a lot. That could potentially be one-shot material. But it's not that bad either. You can swap this for anyone that or for any talisman that you want if you so decide to. Green Turtle Talisman increases our stamina recovery speed. That's always nice to have. That's a buff that I always like to have in my Souls games. You will find this on the Summon Water Village. There's going to be a fog door around here. It's going to require a stone sword as well. Finally, we have our Lord of Lots Exaltation. We will be proccing our bleed quite a lot with this build, both in PvP and in PvE as well. You will see that in PvP later. I'll have PvP footage at the end of this video. But since we already have that, then you will get this one from Leyndell Capital on the Catacombs. You have to explore the city, and around this spot somewhere there's going to be sewers. You're going to be able to enter the Catacombs from there. And finally, we have our Flasks of Wondrous Physics. Speckled Hearts here heals status and raises resistance. Since this is a PvP build, there's a lot of people out there using status as well as we are. Frost, Madness, Bleed. So our resistances, it's nice to have them a little bit higher. Crimson Bubble tier. It's similar to Tears of the Nile from Souls games, since this is a PvP build, that's also always nice to have, but it's also going to be useful to you on PvE. You get those from Earth Trees. Earth Trees bosses. The first one is going to be right here on the minor Earth Tree, this one on Altus Plateau, and the final one, it's going to be up here on the mountain tops of the Giants, on this one minor Earth Tree. And essentially, that is everything that you need for this build. Like I said, this build is planned to be dual wielding your katanas. I also forgot the Bloodflame Blade. You will get that up here on Liurnia. Right there. There's going to be an enemy right there that is going to drop it for you. You can start here on the Fallen Runes of the lake, and then you kill the little thingy that's right here on the Rose Church. That's going to be the enemy that's going to give you the Bloodflame Blade. So, like I said, we're not using Seppuku because we would not be able to place our Hoarstomp and our Frost build-up. So this is how the build should end up looking like. You use this, and then as soon as you use it, you start attacking, and both of the elements are going to be stacking on top of each other. So you're going to be draining percentages of life from the enemy, but also you're going to be causing frost build up on them, while also increasing your damage with blast loss in the vicinity. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a beautiful day. Remember that I'll have footage, PvP footage, at the end of this showcase right now in a little moment. But remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel before you close the door, before you go have a merry day. Remember that if no one has told you today that you're a gorgeous and beautiful person, you're indeed a gorgeous and beautiful person. Have a beautiful day, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Bye bye.